ABC 7 I-Team reporter Dan Noyes has been covering this ongoing controversy with the sheriff since those allegations were made in a scathing audit report this past November.
And Sheriff Corpus's legal team is calling into question the credibility of a key witness that was cited dozens of times in that report. And Dan is here now with exclusive information about a witness known as civilian employee number 3 specifically.
That's right. Well, Larry and Kristen, both sides are preparing for the legal battles ahead. One public official has already agreed to testify under oath at the proper time about threats he allegedly heard from civilian employee number 3 that she wanted to take down the sheriff because she didn't get a promotion.
It's been quite a turnaround for civilian employee number 3. She worked at the San Mateo County Sheriff's Bureau in Millbrae when Christina Corpus was captain and chief there.
Hello, everyone. It's Christina Corpus, candidate for San Mateo County Sheriff 2022.
And she took on a public role when Corpus ran for sheriff, volunteering on the campaign, attending this kickoff rally, and introducing Corpus to voters online. It's a much different story now. Employee number 3 campaigned on her social media for Measure A to give the Board of Supervisors the power to fire the sheriff, saying Corpus is unfit for duty. But a public official in Millbrae tells the I-Team he will testify under oath at the proper time that on 12 to 15 different occasions, employee number 3 told him she was going to get Corpus. I obtained an interview the public official gave to the sheriff's legal team in which he identifies employee number 3 and says, quote, I have information that was conveyed to me directly by employee number 3 that she was out to get Sheriff Corpus after she was elected and that she would do anything to bring her down. That public official said employee number 3 expected a promotion once Corpus became sheriff after the work she did on the campaign, but it never happened, and employee number 3 was furious. Again, a quote from the public official's interview. I remember she was, I'm going to get that a couple of different times and saying that she's going to go after her. And this is the way that employee number 3 talks. Oh, it's going to come down on her. That type of language and communication. And that's to me directly.
She's out for vengeance for me. She's out for vengeance.
Shortly after the release of the audit report in November, Sheriff Corpus told me a lawyer pressured her office for a promotion for employee number 3.
A prominent San Mateo County female attorney went to one of my captains and said that if I didn't give this person a promotion, then I was going to regret it.
When did that conversation happen?
Oh, probably about maybe a year ago or so. Maybe a year ago.
So shortly after you took office, or within the first year of you taking office.
That attorney tells me she did inquire about a promotion for employee number 3, but not as her lawyer, just as a family friend, and that she never made a threat like, the sheriff will regret it. But that Millbrae public official said in their meetings, employee number 3, quote, would communicate her absolute displeasure with Christina and the threat of going after her and, quote unquote, getting the sheriff. Civilian employee number 3 was among 40 current and past sworn and civilian employees interviewed by retired Judge LaDoris Cordell, who was paid $200,000 by San Mateo County to investigate complaints against the sheriff. Employee number 3's accusations are cited dozens of times in the 400-page report, much more than any of the other witnesses. For example, employee number 3 claimed Corpus called former Sheriff Carlos Bolanos a racial slur twice on one occasion at the Millbrae Bureau.
Employee 3 says that you were looking over her shoulder at a Zoom with Bolanos on the screen, that you dropped the N-word twice.
I don't use that word. I don't use that word.
According to the report, employee 3 gave Judge Cordell a text message she claims came from the sheriff using a derogatory expression for a gay council member.
Did you write those words?
No. I had to look that up because I was unclear as to what that was.
Right. That's not your text?
No, it's not my text. I did not send that.
But the majority of employee 3's accusations cited in the report focus on an explosive allegation that Sheriff Corpus and her Chief of Staff, Victor Inge, have a relationship that is far beyond professional, and that as a result, he wielded considerable power in the office.
And that you've turned over control of the department to him.
Well, really.
What do you say to that?
Garbage. I say it's false. I am not having an affair with him. I've known Victor for 17 years, and we are colleagues. I consider him a trusted confidant, a friend. Is it because I'm a woman and I can't have a man next to me that I trust without having a sexual relationship with him?
They both denied it in my exclusive interviews.
During all that time, did you and her ever become romantic?
No.
There's never been physical contact or a dating relationship?
No.
That public official told the sheriff's legal team, quote, "My professional opinion of the report is that it isn't worth the paper it's written on. I don't think that report has any merit at all. I think it has a lot of fatal flaws, and it's not a legitimate, true, independent investigation."
Charles Stone is the lawyer for employee number 3. He told me neither he nor his client would comment for this report. I also called Judge Cordell and sent her an email with a specific list of questions, and she did not answer. One other thing I found interesting, take a look. Judge Cordell has a personal website where she is posting ongoing coverage of the scandal, but you won't find any of my stories there that have pointed out her mistakes in her audit report. You can see all of our coverage at abc7news.com.
How long will it take for all this to unfold?
Weeks and weeks. You know, we'll find out clearly a lot of motions to be heard, jockeying back and forth between the two sides, at least 4 to 6 weeks.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Dan.